gazebo. That's pretty cool. Got an overhang. Oh, but it's for rent. $1,200 per month. That's like you could live in it, and it's about San Francisco rates. I think this is homemade. I wonder why that basket's so high. Humboldt Creamery. I think that's just outside the city. The town. So when you enter the town, they say the RV parking is at this end of the town. But then when you get to this end of the town, it says no overnight parking for the RVs. They should say that right up front, that there's no overnight RV parking, instead of making you come all the way down here to find that out. So I think I'd like to go to the top of that cemetery, just for another view down, a view down below. Such a temple of dead people. Maybe call it something like the Dead Temple. So I'm climbing the Temple of the Dead. And this is a significant draw for tourists. All you have to do is look down the road from the main street, and you see this very high hill full of concrete coffins. Alright, so from here I think I'll leave my bicycle. Nobody's gonna steal it. And a bug flew in my eye, and then I trip on these smaller stairs. So you got stairs to go up a little bit higher. Stairs specifically for one grave, for a Mary Hine Connick. Oh, for several people. Looks like maybe an open grave here, or an unknown, completely concrete tid over. This slab fell down because of just either the earth shaking, earth movement, potential moles. Those moles work hard. I don't see any sign of activity. Maybe that's why they put all this concrete in this concrete cemetery. It's because of moles. So you can see just the extent. You know, I don't even know which concrete business benefited from all this work. I didn't really notice any concrete businesses. At least I didn't pass by any of any significance. So why do we have wooden crosses? Husband and father's got a wooden cross. There's one made out of wood. You go from concrete, I don't know, big concrete buildings to wooden crosses. But to be buried in a cemetery like this is probably an honor for the descendants, and maybe for the dead when they were alive and were given word that they were going to be honored by getting buried here. Who knows? It's a nice view of the town as well. So the rules are way up here. You know, you'd normally expect them to put rules right when you enter, but they didn't do that. Either that or the rules are pulled down, stolen. It's like, yeah, cemetery. And they might have enjoyed a lot of abalone. These abalone shells, oh, well, a lot of bugs on that one, huh? They got such a pretty shine. That might have been the currency that was being constructed by the Indians. They were making their currency out of like fancy shells. And that's so strange because you'd think that they would have seen the gold in flakes and nuggets and maybe have been interested more in trading that. But that wasn't the case. The thing that really separates the Indians from white America is just the melting of metals. The Indians just, I mean, the Indians knew how to start fires and stuff, but just never made the discovery that they could melt metals, is my take from it. Just another amazing view of the city. You get it. I can just stand on this Rasmussen grave just to get another inch taller. There's the Odd Fellows organization, which you find up and down the coast. Main Street. See the farmland off in the distance. You can see the ocean from here, as a matter of fact, 5 miles away. Can't quite see Eureka. I'm thinking, at least. I'm not sure where it is exactly. Tomorrow is Halloween, and this is a fitting appearance for that festivity. But it's just so sad to see all the rules that have been brought out for Halloween now on the college campuses, with the things they can't wear, the type of costumes and disguises they can't wear. It's really sad. Somebody left their Gatorade, but this looks like it'd be a popular spot. That's quite a drop. That's about a 10-foot drop. See how they've created some pathways here in between the concrete. This is a grass pathway to go in between the graves. And Little has there's 2 doors there. Each one weighs 100 pounds. It's really a thick, heavy door to use for this LYTEL. They've spent a lot of money, and usually it's the Catholics that will go out of their way to spend extra money for these type of graves. Alright, so I think this is a church. That's the entrance, and they do have the sign over there actually giving you the rules. Is that volunteer suggestion accurate? I think I'd want them paid around here, especially. Yay, a raise in taxes. Typical California. Let them know how you feel. Alright, so it seems as though my intestinal pains have gone away a little bit. They did come back yesterday just a little bit after consuming cold milk. And I'm thinking I'm just going to have to heat up the milk that I have now. And then when I get to the Safeway, buy the dehydrated milk. And that should solve that problem. So, cooking is helping, and particularly the cooking of potatoes and onions. the white foods to help the intestines, feed the intestines. I've really screwed up consuming too much uncooked food, and now that it's getting into winter time, cooking is more important than ever. Having hot water, cooking, just cooking in general. I don't have many opportunities to do it, and this is a rare opportunity. I'm taking as much advantage of as I can until I press on further.